use it? Is our first team ready? First team ready? Okay, on that first team. You'll be using this one. You'll be given 5 minutes for your pitch, 3 minutes for Q&A. The timer, is our timer ready? Is our timer ready? In position. And we'll be doing this for 2 hours. So man your battle stations. So I have a question for you. Did you have a choice? You weren't given a choice. I was actually going to say, let's give a round of applause to the very great man. But since we wasn't given a choice, let's give a round of applause for the man who was sacrificed. Round of applause for him. Right. So, are we ready? Are we ready? Maybe you want to stay over on the side. No clicker, right? We have a clicker. If you don't have a clicker, then you don't have a clicker. Okay, guys over there. Okay, so are we ready? Just making sure before we all start. You don't have to give him a clicker. Because we can't set up a clicker for everyone. Alright. So make sure you have a Alright, so are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so after doing the Q&A, we would like to ask the next team to be prepared. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for our first pitcher feedback.
Good day, everyone. I hope you're having a nice day. I'm having an update, but go back. So, I am Corinne, and I am here to convince you that our product feedback will change how consumers and companies interact with each other. So, the objective of startup with feedback is entrepreneurship, right? Today, as we're encouraging entrepreneurship, the objective of each business is to survive and to get a revenue. But then, for example, a restaurant owner is about to use business. They try everything, but it's still failing. And here we are. We also studied like Google Analytics. It's for websites, but now we're doing it for businesses. And with our system feedback, we might be able to build a dining restaurant. That would be great, right? So, to do this, an online platform where consumers can put their feedback and the company will get the same, get the information of that feedback from where the consumers are putting it. So we did our market study and confirmed that many people would like their opinions to be heard. That's like almost, yes, 43 out of 46 people. Then, furthermore, we did the same to the same community. They would, if they would research on a certain product or service before making it, and mostly said yes, 38 out of 46. So then we went to different restaurants to confirm if they would avail a
Good.
So we have our front and it would be there. It would be just a simple front end where users can say they like a certain something product, and if you go down, you would see the comments. It's just really a simple interface. You see the comments of different users. But what we are really after of is on the back end side. So in the back end side, we have next. Okay. Then we have basic results for the front end from the then we have our graphics. Then we have introduced the company's keywords. They would like For the company to create a survey on their every company, every company will give the company ability to do something about it. So this is how we plan to monetize it. So for the community users, this as for the first 6 months, we will provide this to businesses for free also. But after that period, um, if they would like to continue our services, they will do a paid subscription. For us, what makes us different? So I would like to go back to keywords. A lot of feedback systems have a very long surveys. Like it's very tiring and long. You're asking, and I'm tired of writing and reading a lot of things. Sometimes I sleep before I finish the survey. So asking these long questions would waste a lot of time. And our system features the keywords and this keywords where they just, and the company just want to know that if the raters are doing well, they have put the raters there, and if they like it, or they like the raters or not, they just want to write for that, or they just have them. So that is feedback. Thank you everyone for listening.
Good job. I have a question. You did mention a lot of your competition. It seems like there's TripAdvisor who's already doing this for hotels and restaurants and sportswear. Talk about what differentiates you from your competition.
Our competition, when we look at them, they really didn't have the feature because what we have is the features that you just want to know, like, I like the food, but I really don't like your customer service. They don't have something like that. So that's what we are trying to implement it on our side. So it would be simple, and you would know which is the target for your to be able to get it back.
I think if you look at just beyond that, you didn't really talk about what you said you would charge businesses, but you expanded it on an incentive model, or what's the cost other than 3 to 6 months?
We have thought of it, and we're thinking. We have packages like monthly, and if you can do it yearly, so it really depend on the features.
You said that you would be open to people that make places that visit. I don't think you really got someone to pay you for the service.
Yeah, we have got the businesses. Most of them we don't have a customer feedback right now, but I think even if they pay us small for now, because I think the system is still simple and it will still survive with a small budget. Then really, after we get a lot of information, then we go for big businesses, because that is where we're doing some information and we get a lot of videos.
To clarify, will the end user or the customer be filling out the survey at the restaurant or on the website?
Our website, and you can just access anytime. So if you're in the restaurant, you can say, oh, and I was there in McDonald's this afternoon, and you have that service payments for me.
But you also provide a tablet at the restaurants to what that's to give to the customers?
That would be really minimum of this. That was the original time, but right now, the rest of it is
What's your talk about your marketing strategy? How would you, because it is very entry, so the better is coming very quickly. I'm so sorry. Hey, so sorry, Robbie, for cutting you off. Up next, we have Alright, without ready? 5 more seconds. Timer starts now. Smarteyes.com.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm in Boston. I'm going to present to you our startup idea, smarteyes.com. We monitor your place smartly. So what is the problem that we're going to solve? Business establishments, residences, and other infrastructures don't have access to real-time security monitoring to catch break-ins, burglars, thefts. So the fast fact for now, like 2013 alone, there were 1,985 reported theft in the city. So what is our solution for that problem? We created a web-based, cost-effective, real-time security monitoring using IP-based cameras on per subscription basis. So our MVP for this one, security monitoring. We did the validation in the market. There are CCTV security guards already sprouting all over the, but yet they don't have access to that real-time information, and that's what we're going to address. So we did a competitive matrix analysis right now, and we found out that smarteyes.com is substantially better than other alternatives on the market. For our CCTV only, they don't have smart real-time monitoring of your place. They don't have low monthly cost, and they don't have a low installation cost. For obvious reason, the security guard can only do so much, and for other things like activities, 24/7, your CCTV can do that, but smarteyes.com can do that as well. So who are our customers, potential customers? Businesses all over the city. We've been approached by a lot of people already who are in the business industry. How are we going to address those needs? They have existing CCTV or security agency right now. We can augment that with partner. Condominiums, subdivisions, we have like 500 homeowners association in Cebu City alone. So you can see the potential. Like if we go outside of Cebu, we go to other places as well. Hospitals, institutions. So monthly recurring revenue from our customer subscription. Also specifically, like we have a subscription cost for a minimum fee of 4,000 pesos, and for sure businesses will be willing to pay for such small cost, as opposed to hiring like a security guard for 12,000 pesos per month. We have a very minimal hardware, and this will be a cash cow for us. We could offer the different packages, basic and then the premium as well. Depends on whatever data retention that they need. Like we can use Amazon Glacier, like charge for 1,000 pesos per month. So how much is the cost to start a business? We have fixed cost, internet, utilities. We're looking at Cebu TBI for our start for our business, and we have this variable cost. You only need a PC to do that. Globe, our sponsor, Telco, we have good internet connection, definitely, and this will be a big business. So who we are, I'm the CEO and CPO, Jerson Boston, business partner, and the owner of CebuCCP.com. After this will be our minimum viable product. So it's Smarteyes. Wherever you are, you can access real-time monitoring. Now, those who can see the camera right now, we will give after this. So that's it. Thank you so much. Smarteyes.com. If you need real-time monitoring, just approach us. Thank you so much.
Two minutes.
Right now, you can connect monitor ICTVs for hours and homes. So what is
Okay, so it's a different space right now. Just recently there is Internet of Things being moved out by Google, a lot of things, but it's a different space. Now, that it relies on the consumer to monitor their CCTV or whatever it is, but business owners are very busy. Why not? There is this company, smartlights.com. They offer this kind of service. You have to stay peace of mind, you can sleep all night, and then they're the ones monitoring it, so making it easier for the business owners.
Yeah, I have a question. If I were to use this product, for example, I take the subscription from you. It will see there is a birthday happening in my place, but what do you do? What do you do?
Okay.
Your office is
So,
now
based on this, yes, based on this subscription that our customers will get, we could offer them if there's an intrusion in your place, 2 things you can do based on our incident flow chart. It's either we call the existing security guards you have in the premises, and most likely those businesses have their existing security guards. Second, we can call the police and report the incident.
Quick question. So, like, would there be some sort of electronic machine data driven thing to figure out what's happening, or will there be people sitting on the other side watching every single camera?
Okay, both. So we have technology, we're going to utilize the internet. Right now, a lot of things have been happening like 10 years ago, probably it's not existing, but right now, we have cameras right now that can detect motions. So like, with detect motions, it's really a legitimate alarm or not, our cameras will be able to identify that. And secondly, we still have, of course, the ever reliable people. We still have someone who will be monitoring these cameras 24/7. We can assure you, like, we have supervisors who will monitor these people sitting right in front of the camera. We have a sample here of this system. Okay.
One question I had is, it seems quite hard to have a reliable internet connection here, and is your business dependent on the internet connection then, and are you covering the cost of that internet connection within your 4,000 pesos? Have you considered how much data is actually required to drive camera feeds?
That's a good question. And right now we're helping the telco. A lot of people are approaching us. If you don't have internet connection, we want to get your service. So what we're going to do is just go telecom, we process their applications. The minimum, like 900 pesos a month.
All right, thank you very much.
For live information.
Thank you very much. Let's give a big round of applause. That was smarteyes.com. Up next, we have G. Bryce on deck. Please come on stage.
the G price team.
Wait. By the way, we'd like to welcome the co-founder of Peer Sharing. He's in the house. One of our judges, Mr. Mark. Welcome. So we're now on our third startup, Mark. No worries. Ready? Okay, let's give a big round of applause for G Price.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are the G price team. On a vacation. And boom, I forgot my toothbrush. And I really need it. Where can I buy one? I wish I had an app on my phone. That can really help me. Did anyone in this room experience the same problem?
Because the answer. Because it's a mobile app that enables you to search item prices from local businesses within a specified radius in seconds and gives you the best price options. Because of this, GPrice will become a platform for best prices where businesses and individuals met. Stores and business owners will be our partners to bring this service to the public. They can choose to upload their best. They can also use featured listings where they can upload discount coupons for customers. When a customer does a verified purchase via the coupons, he earns reward points. So, for example, if a user searches for shoes on the app, and there's a featured listing from Nike store with a 30% discount coupon code. So if the user likes this item, the user can go to Nike store and present his phone 30% off for this item. I'll purchase it. So look into his phone, see that the coupon is correct, and that it's from Nike store. So he will verify purchase. So it's a verified purchase that comes from cheap price. Customer validation. We ask some shoppers if they are interested in this app, and we get positive response. Some are excited that they would even like to try it themselves. We also ask a few store managers in the area if this idea is viable, and the response is affirmative. Some like the feature listings because they can promote if they have daily sales or midnight sales in real time. Revenue model. Our revenue mostly comes from coupons. Cheap price will earn 10% of the coupon value for each verified purchase. The other revenue generating is their ads. Businesses can advertise their promos, and customers can opt in to receive promo alerts. If, for example, SM will publish that hey, there's a sale tonight until midnight, and we will offer 30% to 70% off. And if you subscribe to us, then it will pop up to your pocket. Oh, SM is having a sale today, so maybe I can drop by and what I like. That is in sale today at 50%, and I can save on that. So the advantages of this app for customer is convenience. They don't have to spend button price, they just use the app. And discounts and rewards. For our partners and business owners, they get added structured market. And our competitors for this is currently Amazon Price Checkers and Google Shoppers, which is only available for online stores and it's not available in our website. So a demo. This is our mobile application. This is the mobile application, and we can search here keywords like shoes or let's say toothpaste. And you specify the radius that you like. Say 5 kilometers.
You want to go down? Go down and for the judges. Yeah, go.
5 kilometers radius. Within 5 kilometers from here, you search toothpaste from here. You get the stores.
Alright, thank you very much for the presentation. Let's now move on to the Q&A.
You have another competitor. It's called Save22. It's by Hui Shen, who is the previous mentor of Startup Business School. How do you get your data from
the store owners? They can upload their best price. We don't need your database, your whole database. We just need what we can offer as their best price. So, for example, if you're selling the best pizza in Cebu, so you're not you don't have a beer that your competitors will compete in your price because you know that you have the best pizza price, the best that is priced at its best. So I think it's more of a promotion for your business.
I saw in your customer validation that you the business, people paying money. I was wondering if you speak to any business owners and what was the feedback there?
Yes, we have to store managers, and they like the idea because it will help them promote pretty sales, for example. Currently, we are posting make the promotion easier in real time.
I think there's young and searching, so if I have a toothpaste, there'll probably be hundreds of SKUs that come up.
Oh, yes.
Different flavors, different sizes, different brands. So how do I quickly find it, and how do I get merchants to make sure that merchants actually upload this data on a regular basis? And having stock. That's the biggest challenge that the biggest players have had. Is data accuracy and consistency.
Here we can also scan the barcode and look at specific. So if you have a small number, we have different barcodes. So we have the specific idea. And the keyword is for our goals on the category of the banner.
Take on my question. I have a question. I noticed it's a price search, right? So the concept is that you look at the product and they actually show the different prices, different stores. But it could be done
within an area that is specified 5 kilometers. So 5 kilometers from where you stand, all businesses that have prices in that area.
I think one concern for the merchants is that see how do you control the lowest price? So thank you very much. That was G Bright, thank you very much. I lost my microphone. Was I the only one who noticed that we had 2 pieces of paper that we kept flipping back and forth? It was like, oh, it's amazing. 2 pieces of paper, and like next after next after next, just going across the stage. Wow. Wow. All right, so up next we have U School. Are you ready? Okay. Are the judges ready? This final tabulation. Come on, over here. So we are now on our fourth startup. So the judges are ready. Let's give U School a big round of applause.
Thank you, judges, everyone, useful team. So my name is Mark, and we created an interesting platform for you guys. So initially we have decided 3 problems that we were hoping to solve. And problems? All right. So actually these are the problems that we'd like to solve, hopefully. First is, most of the Filipinos here are being not satisfied with their daily jobs and their salaries, particularly the teachers. So teachers are not well paid. Then, not all the graduates can get jobs right away. The fresh graduates, I think 24%, initially wait a few months before they get a job. And then everybody wants to earn extra income, but opportunities are limited. Okay? All right, so the solution that we've come up are these. A platform where everyone can earn by teaching what they know. Okay? Everybody has skills, and everybody has talents. So why not share it to this platform and earn something from it? Okay, in this platform, you create a simplified curriculum, and post your course, and you earn while working. Or even if you're not working, just wait for it, and you get a notification. Somebody is interested to take the course. All right. So let's do the customer validation. So we talked to 16 people, and then 30 out of 60 or 81% is study users, okay, who want to study online. They want to know, they want to learn a new skill online. Average of them can pay around 244 pesos, okay, per hour. And then 44% want to learn a language. So we see, quite a big possible market there. Okay, next. Now the customer evaluation. Now this here, or 16 yet, the same people actually. So 12 out of 16 people want to teach, or 75% of them. Okay. The courses and the languages that you want to teach. Yeah. Languages. The next is music, sports, academic, and mechanic. Alright. Okay. Now you must have probably heard of the same platforms, okay, out there. So what we have and what makes us different. We have a simplified curriculum of what you need to know. Not just instructional videos, but we have instructor interaction through messaging and real-time videos through Hangouts particularly. Okay? We give ratings and reviews for both instructor and students. You get points to buy other courses through referrals. You want to learn something new. Class management is quite interesting. Class management we send notification reminders for teachers and at the same time for students that they have an upcoming exam. Okay? And secure payment systems. Okay, let's take a look at the prototype we made. Useful here. So everybody can be a teacher, can be a student. Okay? Next. Sample courses. Click that. Sample course. This one is French course for beginners. Let's take a look at the sample video of the French teacher. She's speaking French right now. Yeah. All right. Interesting. All right.
I wanted to talk French and you can just do level videos and online Skype, so please join and ask that.
All right. So, okay, how do we earn? How do we earn? We get 50% of the total course price. We get the money after completion of each course. We send it. Move on to our Q&A.
How are you different than Skillshare?
Sorry.
How are you different than Skillshare?
Well, Skillshare, I think, probably what we have here is you wanna offer to students that it's not just instructional videos. So in the whole course, it includes recorded videos, teachers explaining something, teaching materials are there, notes are there, assessment exams are there. It's more of like, it sounds like a very structural lesson plan. If we want to trim it down, we want it to be structured compared to other school shares. At the same time, we have a very simplified curriculum.
Maybe for languages this will do, or this will work, but for other courses, do you plan to have it accredited?
Yeah, we're looking into that. We're looking into that. Just initially, we want to focus on the people that we introduce, and most of them are they want to learn language. At the same time, we want to teach language. It's more of a daily interaction for this. For the more of the technical courses, I think we need to go to test and other agencies to get our accreditation.
My question is about it is not a collaborative tools like a student had a question, somebody needs to answer, or mic forward, and things like that.
Yes, we would like to have that important. Same time we have this messaging, we like to have this messaging, and for example, the students ask questions in each lesson.
you can send your questions directly to the teacher, and the teacher can just answer those questions.
You mentioned that the content is crowdsourced. Most of the learning material is crowdsourced.
Yes.
For contributing content for all the different lessons, right?
No, each course, also the teacher really coming from the teacher itself and some resources, but all research. So basically, a teacher owns his own course.
Okay. How do you maintain quality then? Different teachers, different levels of expertise. So one question about mathematical speed.
Yes.
As you always do, quality. How do you maintain that?
All right. Before the course is uploaded to the platform, we will have our own guidelines, basic requirements, and we screen that after all the, if this is approved, then we would let the teacher.
One other question is something like Khan Academy or Duolingo for language, I guess.
Yes.
They're free, so what is it that people would teach on your course? You say language to be part of it. Why not just use Duolingo option? And I'll definitely want to.
One word answer.
First off.
Long word. Okay. Thank you very much.
All right, go ahead.
Just go. Just go. Okay. Your name is Jet. All right. So yeah. How are you guys feeling? Woo! So you already know what the judges are like. Your answers prepared. Make sure you answer this time. Please. All right. We have on stage Jet from Yaya Tayo. Let's give him a big round of applause. Okay.
Background. Tourism is, of course, a major economy of the Philippines. In fact, we have 4.1 million foreign tourists visited last year, and 85% out of that figure are using smartphones. So the problem, once a tourist going to arrive in the airport, of course, he or she will probably get this pamphlet. Do you think that he or she is gonna really read all of this stuff? No. So another problem is inconvenience for a tourist googling everything, whatever place that she or he is going. So the solution is all-in-one country-wide tourism information in an app. So it is also an interactive user experience. We also offering premium and business users and it also has multilingual. Can save pages for offline. So the milestone is big. So right now we're in startup weekend, and hopefully this year we can produce beta version. The industry is already stabilized, and hopefully it will be endorsed by the only LGUs in the industry. And hopefully we can have 470,000 users. And after that we can remove them and go for ASEAN. So we're going to show you the prototype. Okay.
Okay, maybe one more question here. TripAdvisor.
Okay. Of course, good advice there is for the application. It's a hard time for other nationalities like Japanese, for example. That's one of our features. Also, we can reach out the local businesses like hotels that they can subscribe, they can post anything that you want in the businesses, services.
TripAdvisor has something just look at that. But in addition to that, what exactly was your business model? How are you going to make money? No more slides. No more slides.
Okay. As I mentioned, we have business and premium users. So they can, because we have added value services, value added services like tourists can have a virtual tour guide. They can, yes, also they can have coupons for example, business. They can have discounts or discounts and stuff.
And what is that you have a 470K users? How did you come up with that?
Yes, because last year we have 4.7 million tourists visited the Philippines. So at least we have 10% out of that figure we can have the users. So it's a huge market, of course, for this application. It's a good start in the Philippines because in Thailand we have this application, but not really very sophisticated like this concept.
Say it's a consumer play. How do you do the marketing strategy?
How to reach the market through social media. We can collaborate with the government to support this concept. So that's it.
But if I'm sitting in Japan or Korea or here, how would I find discovery app before I get there? Because once I'm here, I may not have data.
Yeah, we can reach them through the internet. And also, we have all the Muslims, local tourists. Those are our markets. Big.
So just to clarify, your target market is foreign tourists who are visiting, and you chose a Filipino name for the startup. I guess I'm just playing the jerky white guy. But I don't know what their name means, and I don't know where to find it. And I can't spell it.
For example, it's a Korean application. I can create the brand for this title. So that's the solution.
So you'll have a brand name and everything.
Yes.
All right, that's it. Thank you very much. Wow. I felt like dancing a while ago. That was it. Who felt like dancing? Wow. That was really eye-opening. Are we ready for the next team? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams already. We have, this is our 6th team. And we're almost halfway. So without further ado, let's all put our hands together for Finding Cebu.
So everyone of us speaks someday, right? Every day, like we have our basic needs. So we actually live in a very fast-paced world, and we're always on the rush. So in our case, we have to find the nearest stop in our location. So, but actually now I have 3 options. First is I have Google. Second is I have Yellow Pages, and third is I have Easy to Go. Well, I've got a problem with these 3 options. Why? Because Google is basically a universal listing. So I go through a long process of searching every item, so that kind of changes for me. And the next is Yellow Pages, but it's static, and they have a listing of the stores and location. And Easy to Go is basically just the electronic version of the Yellow Pages. So our solution to this problem is we will create an application that does better than the 3 options. So we are going to create an Android application and a web application that actually provide short path solution to finding store locations within Cebu City. And we validated the problem and the solution by talking to 11 customers and 7 business establishments. So these 11 customers, these are comprised of businessmen, local tourists, and normal people who just shop by country mall. And this is a big opportunity because Cebuanos don't like to travel a lot just to buy something. And of course, it's not practical to travel that much and you just buy an item. It's, of course, Cebu City is a very fun place. And yeah, and now we will already done with the product. So that's our homepage, and we have 2 input types. That's the product, the input, and then the location. Maybe you have an idea for a person and you want to inject insulin into that person, so you need a side person. So yeah, that's the result. And then when you click Rose Pharmacy, okay.
Satisfied. We made it very simple and harmonious enough for you to for every object. Now we targeted 2 potential markets, usually shoppers and suppliers. We will acquire customers by first marketing it in SaaS application, second selling it in the Google Play Store, and finally testing businesses subscribe for our service. Now we make money by selling it at a reasonable price to the shoppers and charge subscriptions to the companies for the businesses. And also, we have our key competitors, the Yellow Pages and the Easy to Go apps. Now we are better from them because they do not grow the shortest path of the store and do not show the prices of the product you want to buy. Now,
so our team is basically composed of 4 developers, and we have 2 designers per team. And we also have business developers. So far we have gathered together and conceptualized our product, and we like it very much, of course, and we can do it, and we actually developed a prototype for it. And yeah, all of us in the group are locals in Bono, so we are kind of familiar with the local stores here in the city. And yeah, currently we are seeking for startup funding. And what we'll do next is we will make the alliances with the business community. So we plan to approach first the drugstore, the shopping centers, the specialty stores, and for our technical implement, we will make the Android prototype in the next few days. So,
to sum up our application, this application will help our shoppers to find the shortest path to the stores where the product is sold. So we are looking for startup funding, and we already have started and defined the problem and the solution with the potential customers. And we have a very clear business model and strategy with a clear revenue stream. The next time you look for something,
and you don't know where the first find it. Well, use find
these.
Just looking at the document you got here, you didn't say in the presentation, but you've got here a subscription of 10 peso per year for a pizza person. I don't understand how you collect revenue amounts that small.
Actually, in our product, we give a year of free trial because everybody loves free things. So first, we would like to know if the customer really, this app is actually for the customer, so we want to make sure that they really enjoy having the app. So we want to get customer feedback first, and after that, we will develop more features and advanced options. In that case, after the 1 month 1 year free trial, we will already charge the supplier typically, and we will develop more advanced apps for them, and that's the time that they will have an upgraded account that they can already pay first.
What's your marketing strategy? Because this is a numbers game. You have to get lots of consumers, and there's no way to design consumers for recurring way to get them back or you pay for every month. So how do you get, number one, consumers to be aware of your product? Number two, how do you get them to remember it? So the next time they have a need, they come back to your site.
Yes, what we have said, we are to market it to satisfy our nation. Second, to say to global expert and to invest in businesses. So we have this good and you may see page number 2, you will see the channels, the pathways to customers. We have first the customer we go check the business. We read out to their such start and by viral marketing like Facebook campaigns and link page. So it is.
I have a question related to see most of the time if you go to a new city, for example, you can find those data by Google logo or by a first warehouse. So one question there is how do you scale your value? It's always been one of the challenges. You have to motivate your relevant, updated, or
actually, our solution that is we're going to access the inventory of the applicants. So after the 1 year trial, they were sign up, agree with us, and we will infiltrate their inventory, and after that they will actually display the product, the first stop. So basically, the data comes from the establishment themselves, so we're sure it's accurate and up to date.
Time's up.
Thank you very much. Time to go.
I'd just like to remind everybody in respect for our pictures and our makeups. You all also look in shape. Please maintain the level of silence like the library. So please be quiet. If you need to talk to somebody, please step out and speak when we stop you. Please remember to have a lot of silence as we grow. Thank you very much. Up next, are you ready? Alright, so our judges I think are ready. So let's put a big round of applause for our next startup, Cloud Palette.
Good evening. So my name is Dan, and this solution is to our team members. So me, Erwin, and Joel. So the problem is, warehouse operators are having a hard time getting real time. In fact, we spent 10 million on staff just to do this. Okay. And another problem is that business owners, which are customers of the warehouse operators, cannot get also get inventory levels from the warehouse operators. So what they did is to rent out space, put up the warehouse so that when their boss came in and wanted to have a level of inventory, they send a guy downstairs to set content. Another problem is that the business owners, like commodity traders, who go to Australia to buy beef so that they can import utilities, they don't know what is the available storage back home. So what they did is they purchase an entire room with no commodity, just to make sure that they have a room full of spaces with one of the brand. So that is the problem. The solution is cloud management. So it's an online warehouse inventory system that caters both the business owners and the customers of the warehouse. When the storage purchases from the business owners will come and goes into the warehouse, cloud management. Okay? From like this. So the basic concept is this. So in the samurai, you have the recipient of the receiving and the barcode. The barcode. Okay. After that, you will have your inventory of the inventory. But the inventory is useless for the warehouse operators. So you need to convert inventory into charges of interest. Okay, that's fine. Please. That one. Okay. So we've been doing this for a very long time. In fact, one of my co-founder is now in use for storages. It's a very important jacket. So it's okay. Next, please. So the key metrics of deliverables is a cloud-based application. We already have startup under this part in Microsoft. EasyAdvice.com. We just convert this into this. EasyAdvice. You already have the start. It's a cloud-based REST API and a mobile app. Okay, next please. So what is the revenue streams? If you notice a while ago, we have a few slides. The price of the storage fee is 0.7 per kilogram. We just add 0.005. Okay, when we add 0.005 and we have 1,000 pallets, you will get 150,000 pesos a month for the software alone. The business owners, we charge them if they want a third from the cell phone, on the email from the inventory levels. And you can also check the browser. That's your charge. Next, please. Okay, that's about it. And this is the entire team startup there we have, including our SPI package, including our unique value proposition. So I'm open for questions.
Right now, the department stores, for example, have its own system. They're connected to the
Yes.
So, what is the advantage of that? And they also have their own people who manage their inventory.
Yes, it's totally different. The POS is just basically simple inventory on hand. What we are proposing is a warehouse inventory, meaning it has to charge the inventory levels. Totally different. One time, the POS, you also want only one time the online quantity. But the warehouse inventory is totally different. But we can integrate it also.
What type of total storage volume is available in the market?
In the market right now, sir, one client of ours is having a 2,775 position. 80% usage. There's another client of mine for about 10,000. And when you see a lot of restaurants, who's supplying this? The commodity traders that stores their
product in that stores. So imagine the volume. So the growth potential is there.
Two questions. One is your price model by a kilogram.
Yes.
Obviously, different products have different scale of how many kilograms per pound that they fit. The second question is, your business to business. You didn't talk at all about your customer acquisition strategy. And what's more than the cost per acquisition?
The last question is that we already have a customer. No, we already sold this. Okay. The first question is how do you? What's the first question? Sorry. What's the first question, sir? So what we did is that if it is a per pallet price, we just convert it into a kilogram. There's a conversion factor. So it depends upon the contract because when we have this implemented, normally if the warehouse controller gets the customer, he will have to define the contract. And yet it's a conversion factor. It is a per pallet, convert to kilogram, and convert it.
So, at the moment you have a semi-functional prototype.
Yes.
And you've already sold it, is that what you're saying?
Yes, the prototype is desktop application.
Okay, but you said you already have a customer.
Yes.
So you already have a customer
Yes.
who's paying you 120,000 pesos
No,
for a
it's
non-functional prototype.
just a desktop application. It's V1 file. I just put it there, but it's not it.
So what you working on? You making this is for the full startup weekend, or
This is new, actually this is the new one.
so this weekend you made that sale, or I'm trying to understand.
It was already sold 5 years this year. Yes.
Okay.
All right, time's up.
Thank you very much, Alex. All right, so are we ready? Okay, so we're almost halfway, and then halfway we're gonna have a short bathroom break, and then turn on the next half. All right, so without further ado, let's put our hands together really loudly for just.
Just because it's a web listing, listing
website.
Yes, alright. We have the saying goes, just because we don't always have internet, we don't have the right to know what's going on. So the key problem is, at some point, people have this with the events, but they're offline. For sure, there's no internet. So, what do you think?
Like for me, for example, I missed the pre-startup weekend because because there was no internet in my house. And the solution is we thought of as a very specific website that can send SMS notification to all its subscribers. So you never miss a favorite event ever again.
Yes, so 2 nights ago, we conducted a survey and we got the 30 responses. 24 hours after we invited to attend events, of course. So, and they all want concerts, meetups, sports, and during events. 30 out of 30 responses have always go online less than 4 hours, only for the social media or checking emails. 30 out of 30 wants SMS to be included so that they can be notified. Who is or more?
Okay, so there's two multiple facing users. So we have the end users, target audiences, and service for free. So these are the people who want to be updated with events. And customers are the companies and event organizers that will pay for every SMS push and subscribers to generate for them.
Okay, how large is our market? First, we start with 3 major cities, Cebu, Manila, and Davao. Next, we're going to go nationwide. So
for this, because we need to populate the website first with content before we can join users. So we are offering a freemium for our
event organizers or partners. So we offer free 500 SMS notifications to their own list of subscribers and a paper leaf for customers for those companies without a list of subscribers. So for revenue, so for every SMS or text message you send, we will charge 1 peso per SMS. And for lead generation or for the subscribers, we charge 40 pesos per acquisition. So for the cost, it's not much. So because we only need hosting the domain, the SMS gateway, which actually is very cheap. So we only pay 1,400 for a monthly subscription. That will give us 5,000 SMS per day. So calculate that, we got 18,000 per year.
We also got competitors. The Cebu Finance and the Cebu Central, which they only have listing of random events only. So what we got is we show the listing of events under a specific category and what we and also allow users to show only the list of events based on interest. And the other one is the Interact, which is button.com, SMS alert system for events to their clients, mailing lists, SMS notification, subscribers on specific events, and let users.
So we're going to do, if I'm the user, I'm going to visit the website, I'm going to pick an event, I'm going to choose technology. I like the events, I'm going to sign up, I'm going to put my email and my number. I subscribe. So there, we can post an event, and then we'll shoot it down. Sending already, and I hope Mr. Grady receives a message.
Yes.
It is?
Yeah.
Say word.
So, who's your biggest competition with this?
For this, I don't even think we have a competition in the legal scene because I checked all the websites with regards to events. We don't have a competition with social media like Facebook pages and like the ones we mentioned, so finance and central or random posts like that.
Alright. So I would just say, you know, I like the general gist of the idea, and I still think that in the Philippines, SMS is king. However, mobile data subscriptions will be on the rise, so that's what you have to watch out for, because that basically just eradicates the need for your product. If everyone needs push notifications on their phone, there's not necessarily a need for SMS. So that's just my input.
It's not only SMS, we also look at email.
Yeah, I get too much emails.
Yeah, I might disagree with that. This SMS is used quite a lot in Australia, so most people have a subscription today. Just what was the business model? Sorry, how do you make money on this?
First is what we will give them provide 500 free SMS notifications for a post, and the post is free.
And then how do you make money?
Of course, for the first 500 is free. For the next, then they have to pay. Yeah. Like if they have like 200 lists and they consume 200, and then they will send another for the next event, and they consume 300. Then the next time they send an SMS, they need to charge.
How do you measure effectiveness of the SMS? So every event is usually a marketing cost for the kind of event. So most of the tools online, Google Analytics, Facebook, they will really give you good analytics and how effective your marketing is. How do you measure that?
Okay, let me ask. How many of you guys here are always online? See, I see only a few hands. Me, my phone, I don't have the internet. And people are always on their phones, texting,
I mean, how do you manage to events across the different SMS is really the one growing the crowd to the event? How do you measure that?
Actually, can guarantee that. It's like,
It's something that goes We have one more thing before we go to our bathroom break, so let's go down first. All right, but the team after the pack, you are co-will, please set up right after the pack. Before we go on. Okay, so the pack guys, you have shirts, man. When did you print them? Last night. Wow. You have extra? Okay, so are you ready for the car? Okay, so let's give it one.
Hi guys, my name is Stacy and I'm from Team Deka. Who among you here have tried going in the mall and crossing paths with someone wearing the same shirt as you? Who among you here, like somebody, you can tell them how to feel? And who among you here had was voted by your boss and you could confront him about it? So the solution, why not print it on a shirt? Express how you feel and earn at the same time. We validated this idea by sending out surveys to 10 random people, and 7 out of 10 experienced the same thing.
so the solution to the problem is Likha. So Likha was conceptualized because a bunch of Cebuano or artistic geeks could not express themselves. So they said, what the heck, why not put it in a shirt, right? So Likha is a shirt printing web-based platform with no minimum order, wherein you can create, browse, share, and design your designs publicly or privately. And at the same time, you also have the option to earn from it, and conveniently, it gets delivered to your doorstep. So our platform is written on Ruby on Rails. So this is our landing page wherein you can browse designs on it. So if you couldn't find a design on it, you can create your own design. So our create page, so you can put there whatever designs you like. We have specific shirts from male piece, female piece, and then after that you have the option to purchase it or to campaign it. So after that, yeah, so start a campaign if you want to share your designs. After which you have successfully started your campaign, and then
so in order for us to know the industry, we look at our shop companies who do the same similar things for us. Here's the items we use in automatic. Who has an online presence but doesn't print custom shirts? And also the local printing shops who do custom printing but doesn't have an online presence. So in order for us to give our users an experience, we give them the convenience of online website, the opportunity to print their custom design, and be socially responsible. Plus, we have in-house design software that will go to the during the website, so you can immediately buy it. So we're not just a bunch of people who want to have other people express their feelings through shirt. We have others express their feelings by carrying. So for every shirt that you buy, portion will go as an active charity.
So in order for this business to succeed, here are the key factors that we need: a reliable printing house, a credible gateway, and a reliable forwarder. In order for us to reach our customers for the initial marketing activities, we do social media, host some events, and engage influencers. So the core business model is a shopping base, and the user goes to our site, he creates a submit or browse for design, and he wants to print it, load to the printing house, and to print it and to deliver it in less than 7 days. And for every transaction, the site will earn 450 per each. Sure.
So our revenue forecasting forecasted that for year one, we're able to sell around 3,000 shirts at the price of 850 pesos. So we're looking at about 2.5 million pesos revenue, and then our forecasted profit will be about 500,000 for end of year one. So our milestone will be to market it locally first and not get it into region 7, and then in the next 2 to 3 years, we plan to expand it in other customizable items such as stickers, and we also plan to partner with other printing firms in other islands of the Philippines. So this is our team: backend developers, content developers, finance, online, and business management. So thank you for listening.
I have a question related to making the production sustainable. What's the minimum?
There is no minimum, so as you can design it as one, you can deliver at least one.
I think sure that the production is not sustainable because if you have the airframe screen, you will do all the
Sir, the cheaper you think is digital printing. So, but we do still print with a silk screen.
Okay, so I have a question. For this event, I had some shirts printed first, and it was, I think, 250 pesos per shirt. So why would someone pay you guys 850 pesos per shirt?
Because we offer convenience and uniqueness of the shirt. Because we can customize your design, which other shops. And then that was I think the question, why would somebody pay you 600 more? Just for going on the internet? And did you talk about the cost? How do you?
We're unique. Firstly, we're unique because you can have your own design, you can share it. At the same time, it's for a cost, so you also donate a portion of that to a cause, and convenience that we are able to deliver in 3,000.
Yeah, I think I like your business concept. I'm not sure I agree with the pricing model, so that's my feedback.
So I think what you were saying that is that you actually will print the teachers yourself, and you will use custom print shops, existing print shops to print them, or will you have your own print shop?
Actually, we have our own print shop, and also we are partnering with other print shops.
So how did you arrive at the number of 3,000 shirts per month, and why does it only increase by 1,000 in year 2?
It's for experience from our local partner that on a monthly basis they have about 200 shirts printed. So you're just estimating it at about, in a yearly basis, about 8,000 shirts. Not estimated.
That was just your revenue, right? That was just revenue.
Yes, that was
What's your cost?
Cost includes the shirt for it's about 350 to 400 pesos.
I think you need to check the supplier because I had bought a shirt for 350 pesos. You were like,
wow. So by the way, we're selling Charlie Union shirts, posters, and best bags. Just kidding. There's no more flag. We are having a 5-minute bathroom break. Go ahead and take a break. If you back 5 minutes, we'll start. Thank you so much, guys. Start the timer.
Guys.
Take a break, guys. please. No, you're gonna cheer? Yeah. We're only gonna say no. We're gonna cheer also.
Wow, 5 minutes is fast, isn't it? Alright, we still have 7, I think, 7 or 8 more minutes to go. So let's settle down. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more to go. So I'd like to request everybody to settle down. Come on, back to your seats. Come on. Let's move it. And I respectfully ask the judges to go back to your seats. Where is
Where is
Scoville? Scoville, is ready? We're missing Dave. Oh, Dave is there. All right, Dave. All right, we're getting started. Please tell everyone who's coming in to remain silent. Are you guys ready? You're not ready, but are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to rumble? Alright, let's give them a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. This is Scoville.
Hi everyone, I'm Robin Moore, and I'd like to also meet Bill. Bill is actually a working professional, working at a regular 8-5 job, is a parent, and technologically capable. And this is how Bill manages his bills. He actually uses a refrigerator magnet, sticks all his bills in front of the refrigerator, hoping that that will be enough time to remember the bills that he needs to pay. Sometimes he just leaves his bills, whether in his desk, or even sometimes he doesn't do anything at all, and leaves everything a chance for him to remember his bills. And this is how Bill actually pays his bills. He has to go out of his house, take a cab, go to the biller's office, take a queue number, wait there for 30 or even an hour for his turn to actually pay his bills. And you know what? He always has to bring his paper bill. What if he forgets? So this has been so frustrating for Bill, and it's just so inconvenient. And you know what? Bill decided that it's time to change this. So he started looking for his options, and then he found GoBill. GoBill is a web and mobile bills management and payment system. It actually allows you to save time, save money, and save fees. Save time because it doesn't require you to leave your house. Imagine just sitting there watching your favorite TV show, or just taking a crap and paying your bills. It saves you money. You know why? You don't have to pay for your late fees, reception fees, because you know exactly when your bills are due. And save fees, because it's a 100% paperless. All your bills are on your mobile or your web app. So, how does it work? All you have to do is you go into our website, GoBill.me, you enroll your account number for your biller, and then you choose your payment method, and then you're able to pay your bill. And here's all that cool stuff that's behind GoBill. It's all your bills from all partners in one place. You got instant notifications, multiple payment options, view their reminders, billing history, paperless, all that cool stuff. You know what? Let me show you how Bill is now paying his bills. So he logs into our website. Here we go. Now he sees all the bills he needs to pay. Clicks on his bills. Actually have a PDF version of it. Just to make sure that you're being billed the right way. Have an option to download, and then clicks pay. Choose your payment option. Pay now. That's it. In less than 16 seconds, Bill was able to pay his bills. That's how fast you can pay your bills. Now, based on my research, and this is actually from a survey or a study sponsored by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation last 2010. There's actually 55% of the adult population here in the Philippines that are bill payers. And 32% of that actually said that they're willing to pay at least 50 pesos for any bill payment option that doesn't require them to leave their house. So from our market research, from the Cebu market alone, we're able to identify 1.4 million bill payers, and 30.5 million bill payers from the Philippines. And actually, internet penetration is also pretty cool already in the Philippines. That's, you can say the Philippines is actually the second top internet users in Southeast Asia. So here's our revenue model. We actually charge for a convenience fee, which is just really fast, less than what the others are actually willing to pay for. Our overhead cost for additional 50,000 PDF bills is going to be free because we're going to be using Amazon Web Services that gives us 5 gigs of free storage. And we're actually costing 5,000 for hosting an SSL. This is much more cost for us because we want to ensure that all the information that comes in and out of Google is secure. That's why we're using SSL certificates. For our revenue, you're going to get a net of 10 pesos per bill because the other 10 pesos is going to be charged with to our payment gateway. So our rate even estimate is 500 bills per month, and divide that by the average number of bills per person. That's just roughly 125 users per month. So here are the awesome people behind Google. We've got a business team that's roughly floor, that's me. We've got our marketing consultant, Sheila on the floor. Our awesome design team, Peter Cross on one of the and we have awesome development web dev guys, Glenn, Janet, Jay. They're pretty awesome, and one of them is in fact from one of the best software companies in the Philippines. That's 3AG Systems. So I think we've got this to that. So again, that's Google. Same time, same money. So thank you.
I have a question. This is the issue, you have the issue of critical receipt for BIR. Have you thought about that? BIR won't let you accept any payment or process any payment without paying for receipt.
Yeah, that's going to be part of our transaction. So this will be, we are actually open to the idea of doing all things through the internet. In fact, they're already receiving BIR payments from BIR, so we'll be.
So I'm saying you validate it from BIR?
Unfortunately, that's not possible with just this weekend, but definitely that's going to be part of our plan.
Do you talk to any biller company, and what would be the biggest step for your customer?
Yeah, for the biller companies, unfortunately, it's not actually possible. In fact, for you to get a meeting with a biller at the moment, it's probably going to take 2 months. But for a short-term method, if we can't really get direct information from the billers, especially have a backup plan. Might get the data. We're thinking of using a system that's the mechanical terms. You get a picture, send that information, and then everything is done. But that's just a backup plan. But the long term is it's going to be communication, direct communication with the builders.
Yeah, that's the number one challenge in all of the markets. I've actually looked at this space and just getting the big companies like electric companies, phone companies to integrate into your system is next to impossible. But I took part of the second mechanical term. How would we get invoices for mechanical terms of, because that's private data of consumers. I was not able to make it any way to open that all that data. That's the deal.
Yeah, well, the only that consumers, in case it comes to that, let's in case it comes to that, we'll of course let consumers know about this risk. But for the consumers, I think the risk is enough for them to actually, the convenience is enough for them to take that risk. It's the same thing that they lost their bill, someone actually found the bill, it's the same exact risk.
One question I have is, in your report, I think you said that people were willing to pay 50 pesos per transaction. Yeah. But then in your charging model, you said that you would charge 20 pesos per transaction. My question is, why make it cheaper than what people are willing to pay in this scenario?
Well, actually, it's more better, right? Because it's lesser than what they're paying for. That's only 32%. So we're trying to reach out to a more broader market than 50%.
So you might be going, if you think you've got the data that says people are paying, you maybe start that when you can't get the sales and maybe look at price if it's necessary.
Yeah, that's a good one. Thank you.
If you look at it, BankNet already has a service for Echo and BankNet 0 for it. So how do you convince the consumer?
Yeah, they either. Actually, BankNet, yeah, they do have the option for paying their bills, but they don't really offer the option of managing their bills. So you always have to know, can you still keep your bills still stuck in your refrigerator, still in your desk? So that's it.
Thank you. Wow. Interesting. Who likes to pay their bills or eating crap? There goes another one. Anyways, on deck, we'd like to request Kate Box. Where are you? Please come up. Is your presentation ready? Yeah. It should be. Okay. Let's give it on the Genesis side. All right, guys, let's welcome Kate Box.
Thank you. Good evening. Like most people with a beating heart,
and some zombies. I love music. Wherever I go around the world, I tend to go to local establishments, local hangout spots where I can listen to independent music and check out the scene. It gives me a pulse on the people and the place that they call home. Since I've been in Cebu, I've met many wonderful people, interesting people. One of them is John, who I'll call John. John, the resto bar owner over here in the Hope. John had a problem. No band tonight. So what happened was he was stressed out. He had an issue. There was no band. The band that he had hired canceled for the night, and his alternate contact didn't return his call. So he was a little irritated, and I asked him, well, what's the scheduling protocol for this type of thing? He says that it's manual. What they do is a talent manager will call and solicit their company or their group. A band will call, or he will contact the talent manager. So he was telling me that this is he's tired of it. It seems to be an inefficient process. So, anyways, it also reminded me of someone else. It reminded me of Jen. Jen's a singer, and Jen is sad. Why is Jen sad? Jen is sad because she performs once or twice. She sings once or twice a week. She doesn't get paid for maybe 2 weeks after her performance, and sometimes we found up to 3 months after her performance she'll get paid. She doesn't get paid in a timely manner. And also she's feeling like she's not getting a fair cut from her talent manager. We said to ourselves, what can we do better? Enter Gigbox. Gigbox is an online gig scheduling system where venues can connect with bands, and we here to support independent artists. Our solution is to bridge the gap between artists and venues, a way to schedule venues with artists in a reliable way. It also provides a schedule and a creative platform for bands. And also, it allows a schedule and a notification system for fans who want to see their bands play. Their favorite bands, independent bands play. Gigbox will ultimately partner with venues. We want them to have a scheduling system where they can easily find talent, they can easily find bands, they can easily find artists. We want to create a system where they're able to figure out which bands are trending. We want them to find out, we want them to figure out which bands are bringing in people that are spending money, crowds. So we want this kind of information to be available to them so they can easier pick a band that they can receive. Gigbox is also for independent artists. We support musicians, DJs, dancers, any artist with a that need a venue to perform their craft. Gigbox is also for the fan who wants to know about what their favorite band is playing, and also they can look on schedule. So yesterday, our team either went or called establishments to find out who's interested in our idea. And one establishment confirmed that they what we're doing. We want up to 10 bands to help us out in our testing. So questions?
and what's your business
So for 10 bands having 4 gigs, each gig would be 2,500. So that would be 10,000 per month. So if we have like 10 bands that we book on the media box, so that would be 100,000 with 10% or 20% increase depending on how complex the negotiation would be. So we would end up like 20,000 per plus depending on packages that we will be offering.
So your main source of revenue in theory of that is that correct? Per gig. And you're saying you'll get okay, start per gig or
Bands.
well, that's what they get. That's the total price.
So quality. So how do you ensure quality of the artist?
Actually, we also have a
That's practically constantly. So every bar and restaurant in town, what it costs to actually go sign a customer, what that cost is. And number two, what's your customer acquisition cost for? It's a very crowded market. There's tons of ads out there.
yes. So first question. User sign up for each user is free. So they can sign up. We are next week. We are going to be inviting other events that we know that would like to sign up and test.
I see a potential that you become a marketplace. It's always decided the bands looking for players to play, especially looking for bands to play. Which one do you think would be? Because I could also imagine restaurants paying for gigs to play, and then also some like auditions playing. Which one do you think is your main? How do you solve that?
Our main customers should be, or the partners should be venues, since they are there to be the ones to
Just a comment. Your concept is good, considering the remote tourism, and that is very much part of the part for tourism and entertainment. But your charging is quite high, considering there are many bands now that can can charge of 2,000 or 3,000.
Yeah, that's what we're promoting to have salary for the stuff on
All right, thank you very much. Thumbs up. All right. So up next, please prepare. We have. Oh, it's another band thing. All right, come here. So they were geekbox for bands, and now up next we have. Where's my band? Okay, so let's see what this is all about. You ready? All right, let's put our hands together for Where's My Band?
Where's my band? And I'm going to show you a situation. In Cebu, I know a lot of people who are musicians like me. I myself am a drummer. And many times, I have a hard time looking for other musicians to jam with, or just to form bands. So I've tried searching online on Google, but it's really hard with. Can you? Where are they? There it is. So yeah. And so yeah, the question is the musician. Yeah, here's the thing is. We
we interviewed many people that have been doing yes, really hard. So yeah, a lot of them not just experience.
Slide.
Yeah, even in Facebook and many different musician groups, there are people looking for other bandmates or musicians to jam with. So that's really it's really a valid problem. But it's really hard to find other musicians to jam with. So yeah. So to come up with the solution is to create.
Slide word. Slide.
So this will be the platform where we can. I'm focusing in Cebu first. So yeah. So where's my band? The page or yeah. So what that does is it's a band meetup platform that supports musician profiles, search area, and band pages. So people can form band pages. They can search for other musicians. There are categories like they can create their profile as a drummer and a reggae player, a rock player. So yeah, it's like social media, very customized and tweaked to suit the musician group, right? So yeah, so that's like this. So yeah, here's the demo. Here's what we came up with so far. So here's the first front page. Assuming we've already created the profile. Again, where's my page? Come on, Jack. So here's the solution. This is a band meetup platform, and we're planning to build a community of musicians here in Cebu. You want it? You want it? Yeah! You agree? Yeah! Alright, let's rock! How are we going to have a solution, right? Musician community. Alright, we create the musician community by making creating forums, creating blogs, so people will interact with each other, right? So income. How do we start? So we thought of having paid post promotions, events, advertisements, events. There are many events in Cebu, so they can pay post in our platform. If we already have the big member base, which I'm sure we will have. So we will also have back to the presentation base. Oh, alright guys, once we already have a big member base, we can start having premium memberships. So what can premium members have over free members? So they can have they have exclusive access to some forums. So and they also can have access to notifications or priorities to events. So that's what they get for having like a membership, premium membership. So yeah, can you please go back to the demo, please? If you still can. Alright. I love it. Anyway, we have a search page that you can search on the right side. You're looking for a reggae musician who plays reggae.
Question and answer, please.
So how do you make money about here? When you talk about how much money, how much it expense, what is the strategy?
Okay, for the strategy, what we talked about, we presented is the memberships, the promotions, like promotions for events like that. But we have not yet determined the how much money, exact money we're gonna get, or haven't yet calculated forecast or whatever. I'm sure if you get a big number of these, you can really you can do that. Because I know many friends who are musicians who also have the same problems I have. Like old high school friends, now we're in college, we're not asking tomorrow. Are you still jamming? I can't find your friends. So I'm sure we're going to have a big member base. So yeah. So once we have a big member base, Google Ads, whatever ads, yeah, you know. So is that I'm sure we have it.
So if I want to use the list, I just join the line and if I necessary for someone to pay me. What's the purpose of me joining? Am I expecting to be part of a band in performance?
Yes, you could find members to jam with. You could find members to make an official band which performs for money. Yeah, or for fun. For me, I want to jam for fun. And online, I have searched online. I haven't seen any platform that caters to me here in Cebu or Philippines. Maybe I've seen some for selling websites, but that's really out of my. I can't really use that, man. I'd rather be the first to create this in Cebu. You know how you hear. Alright. It's an interesting concept. I like your logo. I like these guitars. Nice word. My only suggestion would be maybe the way you think about your revenue isn't to charge the community or charge their advertising, because that's really difficult thing to do unless you're Facebook or Story.net. Maybe what you can do is become like a crowdfunding platform for musicians. So as the bands form, you allow investors to support their work or something along those lines. So it's something you guys have to think about, but I think this is a new challenge. Thank you.
Another words?
Can you bring the demo to us?
Oh yeah, can you please show them the demo?
Yeah, just show us later.
Oh yeah, here. Okay, thank you. If you have any questions, go to here. Okay, so thank you very much, Dave. Okay, thank you. So our next startup has an interesting name. So Baby Delta. That's actually the name, Baby Delta. Okay.
So the product I'm going to use is Baby Delta. It's a product that Americans and myself will create together. Okay, so the idea is coming back from around 2011. I was working for this company called Bounty.com. Bounty is basically an e-commerce website for pregnancy and young babies, and that's their target. That's the business. And by working on the website, I realized that there are 10 million users, and most of their actually customers, or how you put it, they are very active during the pregnancy, so it's around 7 months. I also saw, like on a crowd website, where you share your designs, a design made by a guy just in HTML. This is very interesting. The way he made the page just to announce the coming baby and share the baby with his friends. I found it very interesting. Currently, many friends of mine are pregnant, so we just started some stuff on Facebook like petting my babies. So I just wanted to put all this idea together in one product. And so the idea is to offer a model and a good alternative to paper and to post announcements when your baby is coming. You can also interact with your friends and offer some kind of activities around pregnancy and your baby's developing. And we can integrate, and that's how we can make money, to integrate with the e-commerce website and products that are sold on Amazon. So one of the new features we want to put on this website is clear countdown. So you have a countdown with hours, minutes, and days regarding the pregnancy days.
We also want to do a narrative timeline for the pregnancy. So she posted first after 12 weeks the ultrasound picture. She shared it with friends. She can also share the feeling, like after 15 weeks, she finds like time to relax. And this is one of the games you can have. So on the page, you can invite your friends to play, and you can see which one of your friends play the right way. On this one, you can see that 21 voted for a boy and 35 for a girl. This is also another game you can guess what's the name of the game going to be. This is a good way to engage your friends. And we can make money by integrating your wish list. So when your friends want to offer a gift to the baby, basically it's better to choose from a list of stuff you like. And we're just going to do it by referral only, or what they call in Amazon advertisement fee. So the advertisement fee for a product on Amazon logo, so let's say fbar.amazon.com is 6% of the price. So it's very interesting. So we make just a design. We also have some piece of package. Yeah, so if you can go all the way up. So this will be actually the header. So the user has the opportunity to upload a feature. And the countdown can be changed directly here. So this is the timeline I was talking about. Then you have the wish list. And then later on, you can invite your friends, and you can see the result. In this case, around 21 people were right, so you can see the names of the friends. And you can do the same with the names. Regarding the backend, we just make like a couple of fields just to see how we're going to organize the data. So, for example, we realized that we don't even have to upload the photo directly, we can just use Instagram. So they can link their Instagram account, and you can just use either a field or put directly on their family. So that's quite good. So you have the wish list, you can get the link. So the gift link, you can add as many gifts as you wish. We will display by default only at the top 5. And when your friends actually vote, this will be removed from the list. So that's basically the idea, and the project is called Baby Tech.
Thank you.
This is a very good concept, and knowing that the things and the things of the household, I think this will be really to help you in the mission that you want to do. You can connect with manufacturers of baby products.
Nice thing.
My question is, can pregnancy be predicted to the minute? So your countdown. Your countdown clock is to the minute. I was wondering, can pregnancy be predicted to the minute?
Well, we just want to do some animation, so if you stay on the page and just stay for page,
My question about competition, I assume there are already players out there like baby.com and other people. Can you talk about competition?
For the competition. So basically, we've been looking, especially in Americans, have been looking on other websites that do that. There is different problems. The first one is that they are pretty old. So they are more in the side of e-card, which you just send an email with a nice design that's maybe 10 years old. One of the sites that actually exists is a French website called maisonpinter.fr. And it's basically, I think they take to have one parent who have maybe out of 15 that are using this website. So what they only do the wish list. So they only do the wish list and they only get the money from Amazon or other partners that are using the same reference really. So it's really working. And they've been around for 6 years. But they don't do photos, they don't do timeline, they don't do games. They just focus on the wish list.
Interesting. What's your target market?
So that would be Well, it's not like really like as long as you speak English. What I would like to target is for the pregnancy, so probably from the ultrasound to the date of birth. In like the future, we can see like the first memory as well, the first aspect. Well, the wishes would be like flexible, or as people would share on the time like those steps. You can have the second after, but the first time that it's really on the pregnancy.
You know, all these kinds of interactions have led to Facebook. Do you think this would be better done as a Facebook app?
Yeah, so the problem with Facebook is that you can't have games, or the only way currently we have games is on the message board, so which is very difficult to track, and we can't really compete each other. It's not like as fun. And the other thing is the wish list. You can't do that on Facebook. So Facebook is making us like the perfect place to do everything. You can share photos, but you can actually get photos from Instagram as well. Not only Instagram. You can connect to other social media.
Good job. Thank you for telling them. Thank you, tell them. All right, up next we have Coach Swap on deck. And we are almost down to our fourth to the last part. That was a lot. That's a lot. All right, are you ready? Let's cashier. All right, so let's give them a big round of applause. Cashier.
Hello, good evening. My name is Christy. I'm representing Joshua. Okay. So the problem is where to find the nearest money exchanger near you. So if you're a foreigner, then you came to the airport. You go to the airport exchanger. The rate is very high, so you get rid of. So what if when you reach Cebu, you already know the nearest and the distance and the rates that you're looking for? For example, this one. I'm in this area, and from the big points, you can already view that you have the rates, you have already the distance, and you can already figure out which one you want to take. So from our data gathering from last year and 2012, we have many tourists who are coming into our country. So what if each individual have they want to change currencies? So we did a validation between foreigners. Our team is composed of Japanese and only Filipinos. So we need to talk to other foreigners and locals, especially. Do you want to use this application? For example, you have this money, you came from Singapore and you want to change back to Philippine peso. So you want to have the best rates you can have. So in our model, we have a merchant view. Money exchangers can have a login system in which they can input their username and their password. So they will be able to edit their profile. They can add currencies. So currencies will be fixed. Okay, it's a dollar exchanger. Okay, here's an example of our mobile app. From USD, I want to convert from USD to Philippine peso. Okay, so you can already identify which is near to you. What are the rates? And you can maybe we can have something like a profile of the money exchanger. Okay, so this is the rate. Then you can input the amount that you want to change. Then you can add your email. And with this transaction, we are charging the customers a value. It's a transaction fee in which we are locking the amount. For example, the amount is like $45. $45, that is good for like 2 hours. So you need to go to the bank and you need to go to the money exchanger in 2 hours to get that rate. So what are our channels? So most likely, a big part is the tourism. So airport will have the activities and maybe some carpools, then tourism board, hotel, shopping malls, and common places where tourists usually go, and especially the travel agency, because tourists are coming to the Philippines. Okay, costing, domain, we have 320, development, and iOS and Android. So revenue, let's say. Since we have this lock feature, it's a 2 hours locking system. Transaction fee is like $8. For example, if I have 100 tourists, then every transaction is like $8, so I can get 800. If I have like 1,000, then I can get 8,000. What if I have like just the Korean tourists? It's like 1.1 million. 1.1 million is like 74 million. So it's not only the part for like mobile, you can also add advertisements in which they can have a pay-per-click advertisement. It's just an add-on, just to earn money. So here is our team for
We're target audience foreigners and locals. Yes. For foreigners, I think they should know already about this before they can go to the game.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So how do you?
People need.
So, for your fee, $8 is too expensive because whenever we change currencies, I don't remember us being charged $8, and that's it on top of the normal charges.
They're charging $8 because before you come, you can already lock the feature. You can already have the exact rate that you show.
Yeah, $8 is too high. So if people are charging, for example, so if you want to change $100, the purpose of using your app, I assume, is to get a cheaper rate, right? So what you would find is that $8 is too significant, like it's too much of a charge, basically. Like it would need to be very nominal amount for them to accept it, because unless they're changing, it's already ruining what the benefit you give them in terms of rate. Yeah, so I think the main point here is that the transaction fee is much too high. The other question I have is that I guess if the rate's locked for a few hours, the money changer rates might change every hour. This is only benefiting people. And the other question is, the store needs an app, or what do you do with the store? On your app, right? So what are you saying? You give something to each money taker, a mobile device?
Actually, they are, after it's sent, an email is sent to the money changer. Then you can verify if the details are correct. Then also the users can also get the details. Like, for example, I choose this merchant, then I can get the name of the merchant, the address, the map, and the value that I was using.
So yeah, I think the twist on your idea that I would prefer, although you might expose yourself to getting robbed, would be money changing with random people. Maybe if you could take money changers out of the equation, I think that would make the idea more interesting.
Another thing, how do you expect money changer to update data? Are you expecting them to be on the system and people who are updating data?
Yes. For example, we are charging a transaction fee. We are giving a percentage to the money exchangers, so that they will okay, they are not paying anything. They are only updating their details. So they're not gonna lose anything.
You're saying out of the $8 you would give some money to money exchanger?
Yeah, a percentage, but it's not.
Thank you very much. All right, so now who's next slide? very close in to become another startup. Alright, so up next on that we have Sprout Booth. Alright, let's put our hands together for Ben from Sprout Booth.
A lot of serious ideas and a lot of problem-solving ideas. We've got to remember the world needs a bit more silliness. So this is kind of trivial, it's kind of fun. But sometimes fun is enough, fun can work. So we have a bit of a drama to relate to that stuff. We started off with an SMS queue app. We found out that when the war had a really good effort at that, and despite everything, it worked out. So, next, we came up with a really good SMS alternative app. We called up our target customer, the whole executive. They said, smart and flow, do it already. So, we were left with our final third idea, which is a bit of a crazy idea. So, we went with that. And in the meantime, sadly, we lost two of our dearest friends. Where's my band? Problem because that. So, people sad for reasons, for no reason. They need cheering up.
Yeah, after we wrap up.
A lot of the mobile apps are blocked, just for fun.
And then just like the summary of what you want to say about that.
So, here is our groundbreaking solution. So, we mixed it up, and we've got some validation already. So, this is you can see these images on web, people make them. But there's no kind of name focused, easy to use apps to do this. There are artistic apps, they're not aiming in the broader market. So, how to do that? Previously, you have to pirate Adobe Photoshop. You have to copy paste many times. And in the end, that's not the true end product we want. It's not the true mathematical recursive drawing or Dross effect for the technique. So, yeah, it's not something everybody wants to do. So here we go. Here's our simple interface. It's your image, take a photo, isolate it, move it with your gestures, and hit Sprout. It will recurse. It will copy itself, shrink, and turn. And you can have many faces. Here, just one. Okay, next, share it with your friends, of course. That's the viral part. Validation. Here we go. It's incredibly.
It's really good, I guess the challenge is back. So, I'm gonna request Red to try it out.
Yeah, this is an extensive process. At least you got something working. Okay. We were playing with it all weekend. Yeah, a little bit tricky, right? Anyway, the promotion is the big financial hurdle for mobile apps. People are spending $100,000 to get to 100 now. It's the only chance to get big. So, yeah, if somebody wants to give us that money. So, yeah, what's the difference? There are other apps, but this is specialized for the general public. People who love names, people who like to share funny pics on Facebook. Yeah, not just for artists. And, good. Example?
One of the examples.
Great rule of consequence.
And to sum it up, it's just that one easy. It's a kind of gimmick. It's kind of gimmick itself. So you look at products like that food and they make 20 plus million a year. You know, you can catch me by Mastercard 2 days on this. When to the question, what was the business model already charging for the app? Oh, it has to be free. This. Saying like you're going to pay for different visual animation things also. Fly. This is usually not free. And your only chance with it is to get millions of users. For a million users, it's certainly going to make $1,600.
It seems like the average must get pretty fast. Yeah. What more do you need to do?
We spend the weekend learning that program.
I think it's a boy. You know it.
Yeah. So we'll give it a try. It's something that can produce out there. Yeah. So what it is, I'll put it on the Startup DX network. Yes. We'll try it out.
Wow, you actually needed more time. All right, so this is now our second to the last startup. After that, it's just one more. We are finally here. You guys ready? Okay. Our judges are almost ready. Just give them 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's put our hands together for the second to the last startup. iEvent.me.
As everyone tries to build their own event and a cost experience, they Java, and then a lot of different service providers, right? And also that you don't want to pay for then typical troubles. And
The problem is normally making an event. It's not easy, not even easy to make an event like this. So reality is, you need to do. Where? Should I get this one? The easy solution is actually making a website where you can see all the events. Basically, we want to do the events like iEvent is the eBay way of selling products. So you can kind of just buy a product like an event for your whole company for 250 people, going in, looking at it, saying what you want to do. The problem right now in the Philippines is that the event is kind of not transparent. The planners will rip you off, and basically you don't know what is on the market. And I can see people have validated that previously. I think like 3 years that it's hard to find the real events. Customers, we have 2 kind of customers. We have the supplier, that's actually the first customer that puts the product into our shop. The next customer is either B2B, that's the CEO who wants to do an event for his whole company. And then we have the last one, that's B2C, where we cover kind of all the events, basically the weddings and funerals. That's the 3 things which Robot will always have. So we made the demo tag, but right now we're there to put it online. The first thing you say we are interested in is like getting the event location. Where are we going to hold the event? Because different events is not possible to have in Cebu, because either the planner is not there or the venue is not there. So basically, you choose where you want to hold your event. So
Secondly, you choose what kind of event you're doing. That's easy. It's a wedding, because it could be mine. The last one is how many guests you expect to come, and that would be 250. So we go in and now you can see what kind of events there will be. And normally we'll have like a small price index where you can see what it is, and also the rating, previous customers' rating on this event. So if you got a lot of good events, got a good rating, you can see that and what the price is basically. So you have like, what can I choose, basically that one. So we go in and take like one of them and look at what's the description, what's the specification when it's done, stuff like that. What's the price, what is my money actually used on? You get specification, how much goes to the venue, how much goes to the land, how much goes to the catering, how much, all the things. And you can, of course, change what you actually don't like if you want something better or like cheaper. And also the location, that's actually the important thing. Basically, one of the biggest problems in the business right now is validation. That means that you don't know what's that called, the venue owner. So basically, we'll go out and validate everybody who has a legitimate business, so we can like get them in and put their stuff on our shelf. But also, we'll go in and validate all the customers, basically on their credit card, that they have money. So how do you guys earn money? 10%. It's basically the eBay way of earning money. Take a share. We're hoping to get investors from the market that's already there. And our budget will be, running budget will be $1 million for first year. So then we know if we have a business. We are hoping to get investors from these three kind of institutions that's already there. Any questions?
I noticed that one of your members there are the planners, but aren't you aiming into the planners? The planners is one of your members. Are you not aiming in fact the planners in this scheme?
Actually, the planners will be not only a customer, we are also sell the customer through a market package. So when you buy a package, you can either choose if there will be a planner doing all the arrangement or it won't be there. But basically, we recommend first-time guys to have a planner inside.
Okay. So with the customer validation, so planners are kind of thinking part of your ecosystem. You know, because they've got to put their packages there. I guess there's options for people. Do you speak to any planners over the weekend?
Yeah, actually we did. There's like photographers and people like that. So also talk to customers who are trying to do weddings and find out kind of the pain. But yeah, we talked to some of the planners, and actually one of them said, I love the designer. I have to be on the side, even though I hate giving prices. And that was actually, he also elaborated that normally you can charge higher, but if I have to write the way, I have to take this price because it's a competitive amount. You think money rather than get the plan. The reality is they can do their thing, they don't pay for anything. So that would be easy. It's like going on to eBay and say, do you have something to sell? If you have something to sell, well, rather just put it on eBay.
What's the marketing strategy to go after the client, all the event places, all the suppliers, and all the planners?
Well, that's always, I mean, every business has a hard time connecting to the customer. Well, one of our things is when we get a customer, we ask them to rate it, of course, friends, Facebook, and likes, and all social media. Reality is we took out 250,000 to put on marketing. One of the things is there's nobody gathering this one in Philippines or in Europe. So very soon we'll get a lot of high CEO value because we have a lot of people who want to do this. So by gathering, you actually attract people. But yeah, it's a classic problem. It's actually common, and that concern all the way through the.
As your revenue knowledge of percentage of the event, what's your average event cost?
Some of the weddings on here is really, really expensive. Some of them are really cheap. When it comes to rock stuff, B2B, that's okay. B2B is like really also really very low for it.
Thank you very much. All right, we're next. Thank you very much. iEvent.ph. So up next we have interesting startup. Okay, wow, that's quite a bit. People like up front, very big. All right. Okay, so you want to take that? You don't want to take that. All right. Okay, so you just don't need to keep going back there. Okay. Okay, for our last startup to present, let's put our hands together as loud as we can for Team Ribbit.
Cebu, we make driving class one entertainment for you guys. We are Ribbit. We do Bitcoin remittances. And this is Juan. Juan's got a bit of a problem. He moved to Tokyo about a year ago, and he hasn't seen his family since. He's got 2 girls and a boy on later. He's working 11 or 12-hour shifts, 7 days a week. And once a month, he sends home about $800. But $800 never makes it home. Along the way, 10% gets taken out. His family barely sees $700. He's not the only one with this problem. Around the world, there are over 10 million Filipinos working abroad every single month, losing a huge portion of the money that should be going to their families. This is a $23 billion problem. 10% of the Philippines' entire GDP. And you have a collection of companies just flow of cash, extracting money from it without providing any value in return. We talked to some of these OFWs yesterday at the OFW office in Ayala. They describe this $23 billion problem that they go through every month. We're expensive. It's difficult. It's slow. We can do better. And here's how. Am I clicking on that? You log on to rebit.com. You find a family member back home in Facebook. Click a button, and you send them money. They get it. But behind the scenes, you're making a purchase of bitcoins, an online cryptocurrency, and your relative back home is withdrawing those bitcoins. You don't have to know anything about Bitcoin. Benefit from the speed and cost savings that this provides us. This makes us the cheapest, the fastest, and by far the easiest to use remittance provider out there. How much cheaper are we? Take a look at our cost structure. We can operate at half of the costs of today's leading remittance providers. Banks are charging 14.2%. Money transfer specialists are operating at 8%. We can do 4.5%. And that's with 0.5% profit margin. But that's just the beginning. Because once we can get up to a scale of, say, $1 million in turnover, that's not profit, that's just money moving through the system. We don't have to go through a middleman. Bitcoins and pesos. We can operate our own exchanges and take that 4% cost down to 3%, down to 2%. There's no way in the world Western Union, with tens of thousands of employees, is going to be able to operate at those kind of markets. Okay, easy enough. We just need $1 million. So we're going to Japan. The global remittance market is $23 billion. Japan's got a meager $900 million. We can capture 2.5% of the Japanese market. That's $1 million in turnover. Perfect. That gives us also a hefty $150,000 gross per year. Broken up for keeping the lights on. Easy enough. How do you capture 2.5% of the Japanese OFW remittance market? We destroy the competition's pricing. We're offering 4.5%. The competition in Japan averages 10.8%. How long do you think it's going to take for work? Not only that, but we go to the customer. We're on Facebook. You're hooking up with your family on Facebook and sending them money. You're not waiting in line for 3 hours at some office. And then on the other side, we form partnerships with existing banks and pawn shops that are offering services throughout the drive. A full end-to-end service, and in the middle of Bitcoin allows us to offer a far superior price. That's what we're up to. At this point, I want to exit the presentation and go to the demo. So if you wouldn't mind opening up the browser. Gonzaga, please. You know, if possible. It's pretty good, but you can do that.
I don't know.
Can I do it?
Yes, hurry. 8 seconds.
So this is our homepage. You'll never see this except for the first time you visit when you log in via Facebook. At the point where you log in via Facebook, you see a nice little screen.
Yes, thank you. But the first one is about obviously the volatility with Bitcoin prices. But if the family member gets money, they take in a week before they sell their Bitcoins at 20% of price. The second thing is, how does a person who sells their Bitcoin, who's sitting in the money, actually get that cash?
Right. As you half a second, tops, conversion is made to Bitcoin, and it's the Bitcoin. As far as how the money is getting into the system, either there's a partnership with their account, or how are they purchasing money? Get bank transfer. Has to be converted to electronic money. If you have an account, you can get Bitcoin.
So they're going to be getting the same, hit by the same fees.
They'll be hit by the same fees converting. No, because you're not converting bank transfer. The bank transfer is the fee. And the Bitcoin is 1%. If you were converting Bitcoin into pesos, is 3%. That's what the 4% comes from.
Just wondering, I guess once you start to move money from one jurisdiction, I guess, or country to another jurisdiction, I guess there's certain channels that the money's meant to flow down, right? Because it might be regulated. So are you maybe breaking some international banking laws by doing this?
I play by the rules of the market you're in. So right now, Bitcoin is obviously the wild, wild west. The legislation hasn't caught up with it yet. It will, and that's fine. Right now, the platform operates entirely on middleman providers at either end, who are provided by the local laws. We're just providing a wallet service. Annually, we do our own exchanges, and we abide by the same laws as everybody else in those countries.
So, what's your long-term play? Because there are players in the market like Remitly who are offering 5% money grant. They're very close to your percentage. So what's your long-term play?
We don't want to just become another extractor of value and a stream of money coming back to the Philippines. When you're sitting on 10% of the Philippine GDP, what can you do with that money? Can you offer savings services to OFWs, offer them accounts that increase the money that they're building up while they're abroad, savings services to their families back home? Can you operate a mobile currency, delivering money directly to people's phones? These are the sustainable advantages. This is just the way to get there.
How do you convince the banks and the existing players to work with you?
They're currently getting killed by these fees the same way everybody else is. They're slightly better off because they're operating in bulk. But if we come to them and say, hey, would you like $40,000 a month you do in remittance to be at half the rate? They'll say yes. Yes, we would.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for our good. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere, guys. We will be having some fun here. All right, we're taking a lot of stuff like that. We'll be finding out what. Don't go anywhere. Because we have everything, we will deliberate, and then we will come back and we will announce. I know I have a question here. Get that mic.